Cheers, everybody. Welcome back. This is M-Dog from M-Dog Gaming. As you may know, I post a lot of videos on YouTube, mostly about fishing games, although we do some other stuff as well. I also stream on Twitch. Both YouTube and Twitch is under M-Dog Gaming. The game we're talking about today is my primary game, the one that I do the most content. It's almost exclusively what I stream. And a lot of my YouTube videos have to do with Russian Fishing 4. Now, this is going to be one of the stranger videos, I feel like, that I've done, because we're actually going to be watching another streamer. This is Underwater Frank that you currently see on my screen. And once we hit unpause here, I'm actually going to take my camera off. We're going to be watching another streamer who is going to be doing a sort of walk around video, checking out some of the basics of the new river, and doing a little bit of fishing, thankfully, as well. So we'll see a little bit of fishing. It's about a 2-hour video. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some skipping forward. I'm not gonna sit here for 2 hours straight. As much as I love Underwater Frank, I'm not gonna sit here for 2 hours straight recording me watching him play Yama, but we'll do it for a little while, and we'll skip around a bit. There's some important stuff right up front that we can take a look at, and then there's some fishing, which is going to be the majority of the video, thankfully. Now, there's a couple different things I wanted to say before we actually get started. First of all, I want to say I'm going to try to remember to link you to Underwater Frank's Twitch page. I believe he's a German RF4 player. Please correct me in chat if I'm wrong. You all know Underwater Frank. He's been around probably longer than I have in the RF4 community. I feel like even when I started many years ago, Underwater Frank was already a thing. I'd have to look that up, but I think that's the case. Seems like a really good guy, although there's a little bit of a language barrier where I can't tell what he's saying, but I really like Underwater Frank. I've watched him on and off for a long time. He's usually doing pretty cool stuff in RF4. The other thing I want to link for you at the bottom of this video is a English-speaking stream website, Twitch link, DJ Pooney, okay? Because here's the deal. Today is Saturday, 5/29/2021. Or if you're not from America, you might put those numbers a little different. What would it be, 29/5/21? I don't know. Anyway, it's May 29th, 2021. Today, the Polish and the German RF4 streaming community got this preview of Yama River, right? Tomorrow, on Sunday, at 2 p.m. Eastern, DJ Pooney will be doing the English speaking version. So I want to make sure, even if you're watching this video and getting this glimpse of what Underwater Frank was up to today in this stream, because this just ended a little while ago, I want to make sure that if you're available tomorrow that you do go support DJ Pooney, who will be doing this on the English speaking side. And hey, me listening to someone speak German while fishing and doing this stuff at Yama is nothing compared to what it will be like tomorrow to be able to actually hear Pooney talk about his experiences as they're occurring in a language that you, if you're like me, speak. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing I want to say real quick is I have watched about 3 minutes of this already. I didn't want to watch a lot of it and then watch it again to record, so I've only seen a little bit, and I already can tell you that I'm going to have some reactions that are a little mixed on what I'm seeing, okay? But I just want to remind everybody that we all have our opinions, and we all enjoy slightly different things, even within Russian Fishing 4, and that, opinions are just opinions. They're not fact. They're subjective. They're not objective. And, I think the starting off point would be, let's talk about Belaya River. Some people love Belaya River. I've really come to appreciate how many people there are that love, even at high levels, they go back to fish Belaya River. It just does it for them, right? They really enjoy it. Other people, like me, I've never really enjoyed Belaya River. We can talk about the whys and the why nots, and I think there's some reasons that are for me, have some like credibility. There's some reasons that I recognize are just completely like personal preference. But I've never really liked Belaya River. So I just want to point out that we all have our right opinions, thoughts, whatever. Okay, let me ramble a little less and let's, according to how much I'm talking, I may keep this on mute for most of it, but we'll start off here in Underwater Frank Talk. Let me get rid of that and let's get started. And then I'll mute him in a minute though, just because, English speaking, whatever. So, and I'll try to provide some commentary as we're going.
So, Fluss Yama.
I'm pretty sure that was cool. It's Yama, but I could be completely wrong.
Ich gestern da so ein bisschen noch beangelt habe. Ja, die Map hält schnell, ja. Finde ich auch. Ja. Hubschrauber mit Jetnetz. Der Heli kann ich euch gleich zeigen, wofür.
All right, one thing I'm going to mute. One reason why I'm going to mute is that I'm not sure. Hopefully that is copyright-free music he's playing. It probably is, considering he's streaming, and he's a pretty big streamer, especially for this game. But just to be on the safe side. Okay, so one thing I do want to do is, let's see, if I hit space, will it pause it? No, that mutes and unmutes. All right, so I just want to be able to pause it on command, like here. All right. Okay. Seeing the map of Yama, do I have the ability to, all right, so we're watching it on source. That's good. And, yeah, so we're good. Watching this video of Yama, I wish that this would disappear when we pause it, but it's fine. I'll get it rolling here again in a second. When the map popped up for the first time for me and I saw Yama, like the map of Yama, like that was the first time, like it just kind of hit me. And some people were saying this in my stream last night, and even as of last night, I wasn't wanting to like fully embrace this idea, but for my own expectations coming into Yama, like I really probably just need to recognize that this is a bigger Belaya. In some ways. Now, it looks like, okay, so I mean, look at all this. We can go, and I don't know anything for sure. I don't know for sure that there aren't boats. I don't know for sure that there isn't a way to spawn over to other land, or that this isn't so shallow that now it's going to let us go right over that. I don't think we're going to be able to. I don't think we'll be able to get to this island over here and fish from here. I don't think that we'll be able to fish down here. Like, how would you get there? I think from looking at this map, it's going to be like a bigger Belaya, and we're just on this middle land. Now, one difference is, and we won't know till we get in there, it doesn't look quite as, how Belaya is like, okay, one side is deep, and you've got most of the interesting fish over there. The other side is shallow, and it's like a junior version of Mosquito, or, winding, I guess, with a really slow current. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case with this, right? Like, this looks like we're in the midst of like a significant, what would you call it? Not a tributary. I don't know. It looks like there's probably going to be interesting things on both sides. Yes, it is more deep over here. I mean, it looks like H4. If you're going for depth, it might be H4. But you still get like 3.5 meters over here and here. So that's both sides. Down at the end here, that might be just as deep. I mean, it looks like it's about the darkness of the 5.5, right? Here's 4 down here. You probably can get there if you can cast with Sbirolino or something like that far enough. All right, we'll try to keep it moving here. So, I look at this map, and without knowing for sure about a lot of things, my initial thing is like, okay, my expectations, I need to start thinking a little more like really big Belaya than I ever dreamed it was going to be. By the way, this is probably forest, I'm guessing. Like you're walking around on the edges of that. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like on the map. He must have heard something there. It's like he was looking around. 3.5, 5.5. He's probably just, based on the map, talking about... I won't predict what he's talking about. I'll quit trying to do that. If y'all know German, you can go watch it. If not, watch Puni tomorrow and get the U.S. version. But, you know, you look at a map like that, you start picking out, based on the depth of the water, you start thinking, like, I might want to try fishing in this spot, you know? Whoa, 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 whoa. So I'm going to assume, and I may be wrong, but I'm going to assume this is a admin account. I think that's what they do when they let you go fish at a new place. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. Maybe these are Underwater Frank stuff, but okay. So whoever, if it's his account or someone else's account, looks like we've got 2 TIs. So big feeder rods, that's interesting. And then a Troutmaster. I don't remember the Troutmaster. That's one thing I could have done is actually logged into RF4. I've looked at the Troutmaster before, but I don't remember what's the specifics of that. What else is in here, and does it tell us anything about this map? By the way, I guess we just need to get the elephant in the room like identified here. The other thing that has hit me in watching this video with you guys, for the first time, if I'm being honest, for the first time, I think it's a real possibility that fly fishing might not be in this update. Now, at the end of the day, if I had to choose, like if it's a 50-50 thing and I have to lean one way or the other, and like there's some, like maybe I'm going to win a little money if I'm right, I'm still going to lean towards, I still think there will be. I just really do. But I don't know. It may not be. We may have big Balaya and still not have fly fishing. I think that's a possibility. It's a realistic outcome that we could be facing that I really just didn't think was the case. I don't see anything else in here. It just looks like just a range of different types of gear. A third TI. We've got Bunis and pickers for the small stuff. Some different casting and spin stuff. Bolo. Is there match? I don't really see match gear, but I might just be... Oh, yeah, there's Rebellion match. I mean, you've just got a sample of everything, basically. Whoa, 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 whoa. Is that a bait? I think that's a bait fish we already know about. Okay, so what can we learn from this? A Vinga Black 30 kilo line, 19 kilo leader, okay? Size 2 hook, that's pretty interesting. With some kind of bait fish. So whatever they're going for with this setup is like mid to large-ish. It's not huge though. It's just mid to large-ish, I would say. We'll see if this is okay. Here's the other TI. Oh, that's the rare bait fish. Large 1 hook, still 19. So I mean, this kind of tells you whatever it is. Both of those lines seem to be going for the same size fish. Like, what would you think? A 19 kilo leader? You're probably going for like 10 to 12 kilo fish or something like that. Sbirolino. Yeah, we talked about this in the stream yesterday. But if we're really just casting from shore, and whether there's fly fishing or not, it looks like Sbirolino may be a big part of this, of fishing this new place. Just thinking about trying to get to the distance you want to with the types of lures that you want to use, it is no surprise that Sbirolino is set up on his casting rod, right? 15 kilo, by the way. I guess we should look at that real quick. 15 kilo leader. I've not used this reel, but you can see it goes up 20 kilo. I mean, it's a really nice casting reel. But we're using an ultralight popper. Oh yeah, look at all the Sbirolino options that they have on this account. Oh, holy cow, we're looking at fish. Okay. No one has caught the 2 bait fish, I guess. Okay, so let's just look at this page real quick, and then I'll unpause it, and then I guess he'll scroll down. But this may be the most interesting thing that we see today, right? All right. Perch, pink salmon. I'm not going to try to name all these because I won't be able to. Some of you would probably be able to, here's the dolly, whatever they're called. I mean, a lot of these had already been identified, right, in the preview news things we've gotten. Pink salmon. So look at the dolly. 8.5 has been the biggest one caught. I also like seeing the names here. You see a lot of the admin folks and people that have been testing. So there are fish in the water. 20 kilo. Is that a new type of sterlet or sturgeon? Probably sturgeon. And it's off a baitfish. Is that what people are trying to catch? I don't know. Or maybe that is a big one. Maybe someone's caught a trophy already. I don't know. That's interesting. Is that what we're bottom fishing for? Okay, so we've got lots. I mean, basically what we know, right? It's going to be lots of different salmon. I mean, that's what we know. I mean, that's what we know from all the updates. Some of them we already have, like the pink salmon. Some of them are going to be the new species like this. That looks like a Lynx, but it could be something different. I'd have to translate from German. I mean, a lot of these are new species, right? Oh, here's Lynx. So that's like Lynx's little cousin, except maybe it gets twice as big. I don't know. I mean, a lot of these are new species, but some of them do look similar to things we already have. This looks like a pretty fish. That looks like a tiny sickleback or whatever. And there's a grayling. All right, let's roll with it. Oh, I guess the other thing, if I'm looking at this, like it's interesting to look at sizes. Like, look how big this guy gets. And then the more important thing when we think about what's it going to be like fishing here. Oh my goodness. It's the new gold bait. Okay, so that's a tiny fish you're catching on it, unless no one's just caught a good one. And that's a tiny fish you're catching on it. But pay attention to that, right? It's not gold bait. I shouldn't say it's a gold bait. It's actually a mid-level something you can gather. But it's the newest bait that came out that you can only gather or purchase with gold. But the main thing is to look at how people are catching them. And these are the RF4 devs, admin people or whatever. So they're going to know a few things. Pindo's been playing this game forever. Pindo knows how to fish. You've got a lot of spoons, a few spinner baits, some poppers, and a wobbler so far, right? This is going to be spin fishing, folks. We're going to be doing a lot of spin fishing. It's good to have realistic expectations. Not trolling. Spin fishing. All right. I probably should have just kept it rolling while I was talking because he may talk for a while on this. I don't know. If it grows long, then I'll start bumping forward a little bit. All right. Okay, there's burbot. Always good to see burbot. No surprise that burbot would be on there, though. Oh, this is cool. I'm glad he just clicked on that. I'll keep it rolling. But so you see, someone has caught that on the Hunter, another spoon, a Walker, and baitfish. So multiple ways to target that fish. I hope that it's given the type of river and fishing place this now appears to be, I hope that there's a wide range of things we can fish for both day and night. I hope it's like not just burbot at night. That's, you know what I mean? Like I hope there's some wide range. Only a couple of those Nevas caught. I don't know if they're rare or just small. Oh, here's some more of the new stuff. Looks like Arctics are here. And what are those? Not sure. Mostly caught, well, really kind of like the other thing. Spoon, spinnerbait, walker, and baitfish. A lot of baitfish. So far, things that have stood out is the new bait, Sbirolino, baitfish. In terms of the type of fishing we're doing, that's kind of what's standing out to me. Are we going to get to look at the stores? Wait. We're crafting? Is there something new? Oh, we're just making some coffee. Yeah, I don't blame you. I want to have some coffee too. I'm drinking my coffee for the day. That's funny that make some coffee. Actually, I think he just had tea in his thing. He's probably like, look, I'm not fishing without coffee. So Sorry. Just not doing it. Okay, well, if you all can read German. Oh, was that the cafe? Oh, sorry, guys. I'm responding to my wife real quick. I did want to look at this cafe real quick. All right. So, I mean, nothing new in the cafe, right? Just the species. I just wanted to kind of get an idea. 609 for what I assume is a trophy. That's probably a trophy as well. A small trophy, though, 1.6, 485 silver. Now, you know, by the time this thing releases, pricing and everything could be completely changed. A burbot, it's kind of nice. Very small baitfish type size fish. 24, 33 for stickleback. Again, very small. Mid-sized fish here. You need 4 of them. 1.8 for 62 silver. So, I don't know. Kind of same old cafe stuff, right? But it is interesting to get an idea of, at least right now, where the pricing is. There's I mean, this order is a great one at Tunguska. It'll probably be a good one here, too. 2 400-gram graylings for, you know, some nice silver. Okay, radio, play some music. Y'all let me know in comments if you're noticing new things or anything different than what I'm noticing here. But to me, it just looks like, what's up, Underwater Frank? Southie! What's up, Southie? Okay. Okay, I love this. I mean, I just thought, I've heard multiple people say, like, I wonder if we'll be able to click on the helicopter to be able to travel around, right? Nope. Administrative building. I thought there's no way. Like, it would have been such a change, right? For RF4 to have, like, a travel system all of a sudden where you, like, hot spots through the helicopter. I thought that was a great idea, but I would have been shocked. That's so funny that it's the admin building. Okay, he's going to a specific spot. I wonder if maybe someone has kind of said to him, hey, you know, I know you've never fished here before. We're going to let you... Or maybe they gave him a little bit of time before the stream, before the preview stream. I don't know. We'll have to ask Pooney once all is said and done, and if he's able to share. Do they just, like, say, hey, you know, we've done some testing. This might be an okay spot for you to go fish. I mean, that's a very specific spot, you know? And this is on the lower end, which is kind of cool, because I was, when I saw the map, I was thinking about that northern end. So let's see what you can catch down here on the southern end. Okay, so he's not at the spot he wants to go to yet. And I bet he's just going to throw the things that they've loaded him up with in the water. It's 3 in the morning. Should be a good time to get things set up for morning bite here. Yeah, so I don't know if we'll see the bears in this video, but now that we've seen the map, I mean, obviously the bears are just going to be on a different island that we can't get to, right? They're just going to be walking like once a day or whenever you'll see bears walking somewhere, I would think. It's such a quiet stream. This is one thing I didn't really think about. Again, would probably be cool if I was actually logged into Russian Fishing 4. You could actually hear the background noise. maybe. Is that an idea? Just so it's not quite so quiet. Oh, are we getting an ad? Are we getting an ad? I'm so sorry. I don't know that there's going to be any reason for us to like look at anything. I guess I could pull up that Trout Master real quick. Just since we know that's what he's going to be using. I mean, obviously, I may have a casting rod that will fit the bill kind of but it's kind of a specific thing, right? When you're going for Sbirolino, and yet you want it to be, not only are you using like the little popper, but you actually are catching fish that you're going to need like a lot more strength to get in. When we've used Sbirolino at Tunguska, mostly what we're doing is still catching the same stuff we would catch on the ultralight, but we want it to be able to go a little farther, or we want to be able to level up float fishing or whatever. So, okay, so we're back to Yama, and yet we should have the game should be loading in the background here, so that if we want to check something out, we can, or we can turn the volume up a little bit so you got a little background noise instead of just every little sound I make in my room here. Is he still playing music? I mean, I wouldn't mind.
Du kannst auch, habe ich eine Route hier noch zusammengestellt. Hier.
There's still music playing. Just the last thing I want to... Ooh, interesting. Okay. Oh, whoa. Match rod, float fishing, 13.8 liter, the new bait, and with size 8 hooks. Oh, now we have some actual RF4 sounds. That's cool. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if he'll do a little float fishing. We can hear the chickens at Sura. Look how far that Sbirolino just casts out there. And now you just walk the dog. Looks like... Yeah, there it is. Walk the dog. So we won't go too much farther. I mean, I don't know. We'll do a few more minutes here. Let's see if we can see him catch a fish or two. I'm really curious what the bite rate will be like on the feeders. It's important for me, if I'm going to enjoy a place, in terms of mixing it up, to be able to have like a reasonable bite rate on feeders. New fish, 2 kilos, 1,000 XP. 2 kilos, huh? So is this one of those fish that you can catch it at different, like the spawning dress thing, where you'll have different color variants? Because I got to be honest, that fish looked weird to me. Yeah, look, he's on a press account. RF4 press or admin or whatever. Show him how it's done, Frank. Oh, yes. I think he's getting a bite on the feeder. Okay. He's at 143, 140, by the way. It's that same fish he just caught on the Sbirolino. Caught one on baitfish as well. He's got it clipped to a specific position. Casting straight south, just left of south. Man, Instabite. The Dolly Varden. It's a baby. It is a marker though. Uh-oh. I'm like, oh no, we're out of baitfish. What do we do? I'm not even gonna like think about how hard is it gonna be to catch these bait fish. Let's just don't think about, don't let that take you to where that could take your mind. Let's just let that be for now, and let's don't stress it. We'll just we'll worry about that once we're able to finish it ourselves, and we'll figure it out. But there's a lot of bait fish going on in this video, and that's interesting, and not the most common bait fish as far as I can tell. All right. I mean, he's still got a long time left. I'm curious if he's allowed to mix it up and like do different types of fishing or different lures. It'd be cool to see match rod, see what the current really looks like with the float in the water. It's nighttime at Sura. You know, if I had really been thinking here, what we would have done is let's see if he caught a fish. Yeah. Gone to Balaya and like really connected well with this. Oh man. You know, yeah, oh, it's Dolly Warden again. On one hand, it does feel like this is a really, much bigger version of Balaya. On the other hand, there are so many new types of salmon and different fish here. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're not going to find out what level you have to be in this video to get here, are we? That doesn't necessarily mean that that for me, my experience fishing here will be like Balaya. But as far as expectations goes, going into this, perhaps it is helpful to be a little more realistic about it. So is that what he's been catching? No. We know we've seen the dolly and the... Is it the keta? Is the keta's what he's been catching? Yeah, that's what he's been catching, right? So I guess that's just what that fish looks like. Okay, so far the bite rate on the bait fish is pretty nice. I just really hope that it is a wide range of bait fish that work. I mean, those are like the little lamprey, right? Or the little, is that what they are? Lamprey? Hold on. isn't it little? I mean, there's a little lamprey. And so, the thing that's like confusing. Now, it may just be that's what they've been trying or testing. I mean, that doesn't mean that's the only thing that's going to work. You know what I mean? Like, no reason to panic. But those are not bait fish that you're going to come by, very often. And for whatever reason, that's what's showing up on the, record list for those, whatever they are. There's a new fish. Whatever they are, like, unfortunately, his thing is blocking whether or not it's a marker or not. It's 5,000 XP. I'm not sure. I guess it's a marker. The like sturgeon sterlet type species have mostly been caught on lamprey, which, again, this might just be because that's what they're testing, that's what they're using, not necessarily because that's what you're going to have to use. But that part's a little concerning. And hopefully we'll be able to get in there ourselves and figure out other ways to do it just as efficiently or as effectively. As many concerns as I have. Oh, wait, whoa. So look, nothing's been released yet, right? So we don't know anything for sure, but it sure looks like where that thing is positioned. It sure looks like that Yama's gonna be a high level. I'm sorry to say, but and as soon as we get done with the ads, we'll go back and pause it. By the way, I don't remember which trout master he's using. The strongest one is 16,000 silver, load capacity of 100. The test is 7 to 35. Okay, hold on. I guarantee you he pulled that up because somebody's like, can you tell what level you have to be to get there? Right? Did I already miss it? It's not going to say the level because the account's already higher than that. But that's Amber, Tuba, Tunguska, Yama. Oh, this is also cool. It's not very good for feeder fishing. Yeah, at the end of the day, this probably just isn't the map that's going to be my, is this not going to be in my top 3, right? But that doesn't mean it's not a great map. That doesn't mean it's not fun. But, I like feeder fishing a ton. Is float fishing okay? Sometimes. Is spinning good? Yeah, it's great sometimes. But this is going to be a spin fishing centric map, so I'll enjoy it at times, but I probably won't spend the amount of time there that I do at a place like Tuba or Amber or, Volkov or Oldberg or whatever. It's just, preference thing, right? But you know what? We cannot take anything from this video as definite. It's not released yet. Things may not be even programmed right. It may not even be in the right place on the map list. We just don't know for sure. But the indication from that is this might be a pretty high level place. All right, let's see what he caught here. So this Troutmaster rod is pretty expensive. Again, I don't know exactly which one it is, but it gives you a high load capacity, but a small enough test to use some of these smaller things on it, right? Here I was thinking I was saving for fly fishing gear. Maybe I was saving for a trout master, question mark? By the way, that's the M88MH. He's about to change and fish with something else. M88MH. It is this bottom one. That's a 16,000 silver rod. And it is a strong rod. 100 kilo load capacity for a casting rod. It does give you fishing with a wobbler ability and casting distance. Is there a spinning version of these? I'm not sure. Let's look. Yeah. So you could also do on this. It's not quite as good, but, you know, it's similar. Okay, here's the Ultima, even stronger rod. Again, Sbirolino. It's like, you know, once the player base gets in there, a lot of things will probably be figured out. But right now, it looks like what we said earlier is holding to be true. Sbirolino, baitfish, and then a little bit of, you know, either feeder or float for some of the like tiny stuff with the Gammarus new bait, that kind of thing. But mostly it looks like we're talking about high level trout fishing with little spoons and wobblers and spinner baits. But you got to be able to cast pretty far, so that's where the Sbirolino comes in, right? Sorry if I'm not saying that right. Another species, 420 gram. That is a marker. So I guess you can see the marker sign. That last fish may not have been a marker. It's like a 4 or 5 kilo fish that might not have been a marker. That's 10,000 XP. But yeah, I mean that map was straight up past Tunguska. All right, how long have we been going here? We've been recording for 43 minutes. Like, I'm gonna link you to his Twitch channel, so you can go follow and support Underwater Frank, and I'll link you to DJ Pooney, so you can go follow and support, and make sure you tune in to DJ Pooney's English-speaking stream showing this same content, or showing this same the new map, the Yama River, tomorrow, which is Sunday, May 30th. I believe it's at 2 Eastern time. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. Is it 2 to 4 or was it 12 to 2? I think it was like 2 to 4 or something like that. There's info on the forum. If you're trying to figure out what time it is tomorrow, they did post something about it on the forum. So he is casting down into that 3.5. I wonder if he will switch positions. I guess let's see if he catches something here, and then we'll kind of skip forward, see if he switches positions. It can be really hard with this current to get a jig step on these little hunter spoons. Plus, you've got the Sbirolino rig going. So in some ways, you may be more like using these hunter spoons as if it's a spinner bait, not worrying about jig step and just doing some straight retrieval with pauses and stuff. All right. Let's see what he's got on the feeder, and then we'll just push forward here. Oh, he's about to start. Never mind. We want to see this. He's going to 1.2 meter depth. Very standard depth there. Is that it? Yeah, it's another one of those. So he is definitely, it's almost like you need a little bit bigger hook or something. I don't know. He's definitely catching fish on the baitfish rigs. It doesn't seem so far like it's been like amazing, but it's been consistent fish. Okay, this is cool. I really hope he gets something here on match. I actually might be more into doing this than the constant Sbirolino. We'll see. Just trying to keep the slack down a little bit. He still has a lot of slack though. There's a little bit of wind, but not much. I think most of that is just the current pulling it like that. I mean, yeah, Yama could just be released like this. Or it may be that they're holding back fly fishing as a surprise. Or just as something that they don't want to have like previewed before it's released. I still say that either one is possible. But like I said in the beginning, I'm way more like facing the reality of the fact that this really could release and launch without, ooh, pretty fish, kind of, without fly fishing being a part of it. 1,000 experience for a 289 gram non-marker. I will say this, the XP for some of the fish looks pretty solid. If it really does end up being like a high level trout kind of map, at least the XP, even for like non-markers, it seems like there's so many different species, and it looks like the XP gains, the way it's programmed right now at least, seems pretty favorable from what I've seen. So he is switching spots, so this is what I was wanting to see before we wrap it up here, to see if he fished at another spot and if he used different approaches or just the same thing he's been doing. So you kind of get an idea here. I mean, this place is massive, right? The amount of land is actually pretty significant. Yeah, what is that fish? Does anybody know the Kaluga Hausen? I mean, obviously it's some sort of sterlet sturgeon type species or variety. It might be something we already have in the game, but it looks like that's what looks like that's what's kind of being targeted on at least one of those feeders. Is there any so this is basically like, this is the Ultima version. Again, pretty small test. You could go that one or that one. The test, this is a little more forgiving test on the low end. This is a more forgiving test on the high end. That's actually just a straight medium. I guess they all are. $7 to $35. Yeah, I mean, we're just got if this ends up being something you have to like. I mean, thinking about my current gear. Let's see if he's back. He is. All right, just 1 second. Thinking about my current gear. Like, do I have a casting rod that even comes close to doing that kind of stuff? I mean, yeah, that's. I think the test needs to be slightly bigger than that. 14, does that work? I mean, obviously we're nowhere near the load capacity. 15. I mean, yeah, I guess there's options. There's less expensive options, but it doesn't have the fancy bonuses on there, right? That test is probably a little too high, at least for some of the setups you would want to use. Maybe the Evora. At least you get the casting bonus. Yeah, so there's probably gonna be, you know, whatever. Might be some less expensive options to at least still do the thing. If he pulls up that rod again, we can look and see what the test requirements are of the current rig he's been using, but hopefully he'll open up the map. We're at 210, 191. Just trying to find those bears, maybe. You know, I'm so thankful they're letting the guys who are doing these preview streams fish. I was There was some information yesterday. I was nervous that they weren't going to be allowed to fish. This would have been pretty brutal without some amount of fishing. Okay, so we see where he's on the map. But we're kind of over here in this area where the deeper area is, not the 5.5, but the 4.5 area. So let's see if we're really kind of talking about. Yeah, it looks like he's going to use the same. Remember, those sounds you're hearing are actually Sura sounds, not Yama sounds. I really wish he would put a different bait fish on there, but that might be just what he's allowed to do or what he has in the inventory for this press. Okay, he's going back to the Trout Master. Do more Sbirolino. So he's putting a 20 gram. So basically the test would have to be like 25 gram. 25 grams would have to be okay for the test on this. Oh, he might try a spiker. I like it. Quick bite on the spiker. The XP for the Ketas, whatever those actually are called, isn't very high, but it also seems like those are very common to catch, right? Are we calling it early that Ketas, whatever that translates to, are the perch of Yama River? Are there actual points to put into Sbirolino rig? I was kind of hoping we might see one more. There's a Dolly Varden. One more fish he catches on baitfish here. And then we'll wrap it up. If you want to come watch the rest of it. There's still a lot of content left. But I think it's just basically going to be probably him fishing in this spot for the remainder. He might move spots one more time. But we're not going to get anything like... Oh, it's a pink salmon, wasn't it? Any like significant more info, I don't think. Perch. Wait, there actually are perch here, right? So I don't know if we can say they're the perch of Yama. I mean, Arctic char are kind of the perch of Tunguska, and Tunguska does have perch. Oh! Bears. Baby bear drowning. Baby bear, okay. Oh, that was cute. So 261, weight 183. Go watch the bears. Holy cow. What is this on? Baitfish. He did the drill timer. I love it. Maybe we need to put a drill timer on our stream. For those big bream we catch, you know what I mean? So, let's see. If we put our language into German, I think that's German. And if we look at fish on the lake and we pull this up, that's not the same name, right? And sterlet are still called sterlet. So like maybe that's a new species. I don't know. I'm not sure. Wait, what happened? Wait, did I mess something up? Did he lose the fish? Sorry, I don't know what happened. I mean, he's not getting spooled. There's no way he gets spooled. Oh my goodness! That's so sad. It popped off. Are you kidding me? It didn't look like he did anything wrong either. It just popped off. Sometimes it just happens. Alright. I'd be so bummed. You know, like he's been waiting on that, whatever that species is, to come in on those freaking rare bait fish. Okay, guys. Underwater Frank. I don't really know what to say. I've kind of said my piece on it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it has helped me. Just getting a glimpse of this today has helped me set my expectations. It's opened me up to the fact that we may not have fly fishing this in the next week or two whenever this thing releases. And there's no guarantee it's in the next week or two, but we've had the flyover video. Normally it's released within a couple weeks of flyover video. We've now had the preview stream. Normally it's released within a week or so of the preview stream. They don't have to follow the normal routine that's been in the past, but you just feel like that's probably what's going to happen. And I'm not sure. we may not have fly fishing. So, and also for me, setting expectations, this is a spin fishing focused centric map, right? And it might be worth spending some time looking at Sbirolino. I don't know. Is it worth putting points? Might be. It might be worth putting points, you know, if you're going to actually spend a lot of time fishing there. If that ends up being, I mean, obviously I'm going to wait till it comes out and see what the reality is, but Sbirolino points? Question mark? Maybe? I don't know. I've been holding on to points for a little while, ever since Yama was announced, just because in case points aren't reset or whatever, you never know what a new body of water is going to do to the meta of the game, at least for that location. Yeah. So I'm thankful because it helps me set my expectations. It allows me to still enjoy the fact that Yama's coming out, enjoy all of the new species, figuring things out with appropriate expectations, given the types of fishing that I enjoy most in RF4. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Again, please go support Underwater Frank. All I did today was watch all the work that Underwater Frank did. Do you know what I mean? So go give him a follow. Please tomorrow go support DJ Pooney and enjoy the English-speaking walk-around Yama stream. Yeah, I hope to see you soon. We'll have some more videos coming out, and also might have a surprise stream pop up as well for RF4. But y'all are the best. Tight lines, everybody. Let me know what you think. There's a lot of information now we have just based on seeing someone walk around the new river, right? So what do you think about all this? I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, peace out. We'll see you soon. Good luck.